Hello, welcome back to our final week of February 2021. Cannot wait to share this week's energy with you. My name is Lauren Dragon. I'm a spiritual teacher and an energy healer, and I deliver weekly energies for every single week of the year to you all to help you navigate your life and know what to expect and what's coming, because no one ever likes to be blindsided, right? So the primary energy of this week is to begin looking at the bigger picture, because you have been fretting over the details a little bit too long. And by worrying about the details this week, it will actually be very counterproductive for you. So it's good. It is a good thing to think things through, but for this week, you need to step back in order to see things from a higher perspective. Okay, and this could be anything that is coming up for you, but it's whatever you have been like micro managing or really looking through, with a microscope, and going through like, well, if I do this, then this could happen, or if I try this, then this could be the possible outcome. Like this week, you are being asked to step back to see it from a higher perspective, because you have to take risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. And it will really benefit you if you allow yourself to take a step back and look at it from the bigger picture. Okay. And so that is the primary energy. The secondary energy of this week is that you are being encouraged to release negativity. Okay, release negativity. If you have been feeling paranoid and anxious lately, this is a message to you to stop it. I know it's easier said than done, but really it's time to release that negativity, because worrying yourself into a frenzy or into paranoia or anxiety is pointless. What good ever comes from being in that space and being in that energy, right? This week may feel emotionally intense. It really probably will. But what you're being encouraged this week is to feel all your feelings, the entire spectrum of them, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all of it, and move away from anyone or anything that you feel is toxic. Because guess what? They probably are. And this is not a week to entertain and be like, oh no, it's okay. Like, it's okay. They mean well, or whatever. Like, this is a week for you to reclaim your power and move away from that toxicity. Okay. And allow yourself the space to emote, because emotions are so much better when we let them out than when we try to keep them in and we try to like process them internally. And many of us do process internally, myself included, but sometimes there comes a point where you need to also let it out. Okay. And so this week, it's time to move on from living fearfully and allowing your emotions to get the better of you, or allowing toxic people to get the best pieces of you, is what I'm hearing. It's time to move on from living fearfully to living more joyfully. And that you are going to be able to achieve this by looking at things from a bigger perspective, a bigger picture, higher perspective, and to release, excuse me. Clearly I'm releasing energy for some of you already. That's what happens when I burp. I'm moving energy for you, for the collective. But you are also going to be able to do that when you allow yourself to release whatever it is that is coming up for you emotionally, and allowing yourself to really step away from that panic and that paranoia and that anxiety, and just see what happens if you allow it to come up and if you allow it to process. And if you are feeling like you could really use the support in doing that, and having someone honor you and creating space for you to do that safely, send me a message, send me a DM. This is not a sales pitch. This is me genuinely wanting to serve you and help support you as you navigate this week's energy. I hope this made sense. I hope that you were able to really gather something from it. A lot of the times I've been receiving messages from many of you saying, your weekly energy forecast didn't necessarily make sense right away. But then as I navigated the week, I could see how the energy was at play. So make notes for yourself next time you watch it, or rewatch this and make some notes for yourself, because you may find that by the end of the week, everything that was talked about and brought up happened. But sometimes our brain just can't remember what it was that got spoken about or what the energy actually is. So sending you so much love. I will see you next week as we kick off March 2021. Sending you love, sending you blessings, and I will see you next week.